Today is a beautiful day, 73 degrees, sunshine, but the winds are gusting 30-40 miles an hour today. So this is just a little spooked, and we can hear tree branches coming down all over the place. And we almost ended up with the tree on top of my car as we were driving down the road. It came down behind us as we passed and just missed the car. So yeah, it's a windy day. Hi everybody. Today we're at the Fuller Lake area. We are going to go down the AT about a mile and share with you some of the things that we discovered along this part of the trail. There's some historical sites. There used to be like an early 1900s amusement park. Yeah, it was an amusement park, and then it turned into a Girl Scout camp, I believe. Anyhow, there are remnants along this path that we're going to share with you of that particular area, and then we're going to wind it around on the other side and show you on the other side of the creek here that there are also still some foundations that are left over from the amusement park days. But I don't know that many people are aware of what this area used to be back in the early 1900s. We thought it was kind of cool, so we thought we'd share it with you. Anyhow, from Fuller Lake, you take a left, cross over the bridge, and you are still on the AT. It's a really wide path through here. And this links you up about a mile. You're going to turn right to head up the mountain, up the AT if you're hiking the AT, doing the through hike section hike. That's how the AT works through this area. And then over to the left is the creek. So anyhow, as I said, this is part of the AT here, and it's a nice wide path, about a mile up before this turns off to the right and up the mountain to continue on with the AT. But it's a beautiful area. So if you just want to come out for a nice walk, this is a really pretty area. You have this nice flowing creek next to you, and a nice wide path, beautiful trees, and in the hot summer and hotter months, it's nice and shaded through here. Again, as I said, this is part of the AT from the Fuller Lake area, Pine Grove Fern State Park, and super windy today. You can hear it in the background, so we are being cautious and watching out for falling limbs and so forth, but it is quite beautiful through here, as you can see. And this is one of the trails off of the AT called the Swamp Trail. Yellow glazed. You can see there's a swamp over here to the right. I'm sure there's all kinds of activity going on in the swamp right now. Okay, so we are approaching the Girl Scout pool area. Like I said, I believe back in the 30s, this area was used for the Girl Scouts. And it is a cement swimming pool. The water from the creek next to it was fed into it for the kids to swim in. As you can see, it's a cement walled pool area, and the creek just across from it over there, the water was fed into it. And there is a photograph on the tree that explains some of this. And it says, for more information, www.pinegrovefriends.org. Interesting stories. Okay, and so there's a poster that's laminated up here that gives you some more information about this area. And we are going from the AT Trail to the Copenhaver Trail, which we'll be able to see more of the remnants of the old amusement park. But this area was an amusement park and a summer camp. Was part of the 19th century iron making at Pine Grove Furnace. So that's what brought the population in back then, were people that had money, I'm so sure, from the iron making that happened in the early part of the 19th century, late part of the 1800s. And if you read the literature, it says the amusement park closed around 1900. In 1913 and 1914, the spot became a summer camp for children from the Carlisle Indian Industrial School. And then it changed over to the Boy Scouts, and then the Girl Scouts later after that, which I think is pretty interesting. Carlisle Indian Industrial School is a whole story in and of itself. Very sad part of our history, if you ask me, but part of it. So anyhow, you can see some of the remnants of the ladder. Probably went down into the pool. And this is one of the probably waterways or spillways where the water came in or out of the pool, I guess, from the creek over here. And there's one down there as well. I'm not sure exactly how it worked, but you know, that's what filled the pool. It's the creek water from over here. So you can see right here some cement remnants. This is possibly, maybe, I don't know, this could have been a bridge or some sort that crossed over, because across the lake or the creek over here is a cement foundation. And when we get over there, we'll share with you what used to be there. There were structures all along the creek here for this amusement park, and then later for the camps. You can see on the cement walls, the border, there's still remnants of paint. You can see it all around on the walls. Okay, so we're going to continue on. So spring is here. You can see all the plants coming up in the water all through this marshy area. So again, we just came from that direction. You can see there's a sign pointing you to go south that way, and we are heading north right now. And if you're on the AT, or you're hiking the AT Trail, even section hiking, this is where it turns off, and you go up this way, and it's a nice gradual incline, quite a ways, but it's gradual and it's not terrible. So we are at the bridge. We're going to be crossing over the creek, which takes us on the other trail, which leads us over to more of the remnants and ruins of the once amusement park and camps. And that's the direction we're going to be going in. But they have just recently put this bridge in here to cross over, which is really nice, super nice. And they put in this parking area so that you can come and access the trail from a different direction, and wouldn't have to necessarily access it from Fuller Lake and take the AT. But you can also catch the Mountain Creek Trail here, which we have been on the Mountain Creek Trail. It's a nice trail that winds along the creek, and then you come back around. Very nice. Anyhow, like I said, they've done a lot of work out here to make it nice for people who like to use the trail systems, get out in nature. And again, here windy today. As you can see, this is the Copenhaver Trail. It has a yellow blaze. It's a loop trail and it winds up and around the mountain and some of the fields back in there. We are probably going to go this way and take you to some of the remnant areas. We've been here before, so we know where these areas are, so we're going to go this way. And again, this is a really, really nice trail. The pine trees are just spectacular through here. And I have been out here in the summer with my grandsons and my daughter-in-law when it was really hot. It does provide a lot of shade, and you can cool yourself off in the creek. So it's a nice trail. You see along the embankment all these huge cement blocks. I'm not sure what those are remnants of, possibly the amusement park era, I'm not sure. But still, all in all, a very beautiful area. The woods here are just gorgeous with the pines. We're just deep in the pines here. So we've stopped for lunch, and I'm just sharing with you our beautiful lunch spot. We are in the middle of some beautiful pine trees. And a nice creek. It's a little windy today, but it is absolutely spectacular. If you look across the creek here, that's the AT in front of us. We just looped around on the Copenhaver Trail. We're going to be heading back. This is our lunch spot today. So we just finished lunch and are heading down the trail. And we just heard from another hiker that a big tree has fallen in the road back behind us. And he wanted to make us aware of that because we needed to go down that road, that there was now a tree blocking that road. So fortunately for us, that's not going to cause us any issues. Anyhow, we are approaching one of the foundations of the old amusement park. So as you can see, this is one of the foundations from the old amusement park era, early 1900s. And then if across over here, I don't know if you can see it, but that is where the Girl Scout pool is. So we are across from the Girl Scout pool right now. And then there's another foundation just down the path here. So this, from what I understand, was the pavilion area. You can see there are some remnants of possibly where posts were to hold up a roof. After the Girl Scout camp closed, they tore the buildings down. But there was a bridge that connected this side of the creek, of the camp, where the pavilion is, here, and it crossed over there to the pool area. So that happened in the 30s, from what I understand. The money that was used to build this area was part of the Great Depression Relief Fund that was given to the area to build the Girl Scout pool area and the pavilions and buildings that were in this particular area. It's interesting history. Most people probably don't know about this area, so I think it's pretty cool. But again, there are some little brochures that explain some of this history around here. See, this is kind of dammed up here with a big log or a big tree that's fallen across the creek here. This is Mountain Creek. It's just a super nice area, very peaceful. So again, this trail, the Copenhaver Trail, goes along this ridge up here. So we're doing a little bit of climbing, not terrible. And it has pine needles all over it, so it's somewhat padded. Makes it a little bit easier to walk on. Yeah. And as you can see, we're kind of climbing up the ridge here. This is a really pretty trail. And then if you look down, you'll see Mountain Creek running down below. There is a trail that runs down along the side of the creek. When I was out here with my grandsons and my daughter-in-law, they walked back through the creek. It was so hot that day. Of course, they got a kick out of it, and we followed along with the trail down there. But we are up on the ridge trail right now. So anyhow, there is a tree down in the path. Today's wind, we've heard several trees coming down. I don't know when this one hit the ground, but it's pretty fresh, and the scent is very strong, so it may be pretty recent. So again, we are on the ridge up here on the Copenhaver Trail. And if you look down below, there's the creek. It runs down there. Really beautiful, beautiful pine forest. Super nice trail. So this is the entrance, one of the entrance, or close to the entrance of this Copenhaver Trail. We do not allow camping in this area, but it is beautiful, and we're getting ready to exit the trail up here. Pretty sure we'll cross the bridge, and it leads you out into a big open field, which they have a beautiful butterfly garden in the spring and summer and fall. It's gorgeous. Here's the little bridge that takes you across out to the field. And it appears you can continue on that way, which I've not done yet. But I think that is part of the loop trail for the Copenhaver Trail. I think It takes you that way up the ridge, down around the creek, and then it loops back into the forest, back up the ridge, and then I think it comes back out this way. We did it backwards, but it's not a difficult trail, and it's a nice, pleasant, easy hike if you want to come out and try this area and enjoy the creek and the woods here. Okay, and so this is the entrance to the Copenhaver Trail. As you can see, there's a water fountain out there. Wow, never noticed that till now. But this area over here to the left is where they have the great big butterfly garden, as well as this area over here. And it is truly stunning when the wildflowers are out. They're huge, 5-6 feet tall, and there are bees and butterflies and all kinds of flying creatures in them. It's a really cool habitat area. And then this is just an open field, and across there is Fuller Lake, so you're back around to the Fuller Lake area. Thanks everybody for wandering out yonder with us today. We enjoyed our trail. We took the AT around to catch the Copenhaver Trail, and that trail brought us back around to the Fuller Lake area. It's about maybe 2.5 mile loop trail, not too bad. So if you enjoyed the video and are interested in the trail, I would highly suggest it. It's a nice, peaceful trail, not difficult, family friendly, and in the summer months would be nice and cool because it's pretty well shaded. But this again is out at Pine Grove Furnace State Park at the Fuller Lake area. So thanks again.